Hi guys, welcome back. It's CoeliacTeenager, and today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about what happens after you're diagnosed. Now this can vary with different people, but I'm going to be talking to you about my experience and a few things I found on Coeliac UK that I'm going to be discussing with you. First thing that I advise you to go and do is actually join Coeliac UK. Now become a member of this because this is going to help you out a ton. And you know I talk about them so much, so I'm not going to talk about them so much today because I'm going to just... yeah, I talk about them so much, but I advise you to become a member and they are going to help you out a lot. So please go and do that if you're not already, because honestly they are the best. So I'm actually going to link it down below to make sure that you guys definitely go and do that. So when you get that, you get the book that I talked about like a while back, talking about the food and drink directory. And this is a book that tells you about gluten and gluten-free stuff. And if you have not watched the video, then please go and watch it if you have no idea what I'm talking about. And also, you get 3 times a year crossed grain books. Now, you're probably like, what? It's a magazine, basically, from Coeliac UK. I think I might do some videos on the new one that comes out whenever it does. I'm not sure when it comes out, but when it comes out, I think I might do a video on it just to show you guys kind of what you get in it and stuff. There's also things like a social kind of group, in a way, with celiacs. Now, I actually went to one for a few weeks, like years ago, and it was actually really helpful. An actual company came in and gave us loads of free food to try. It was actually amazing. It was actually really nice. All the people were older than me, but it was just really nice to kind of see what everyone else's point of view is about celiac and like how they're experiencing it, and it was just really helpful. So if you have not checked out that kind of thing and you're new to celiac, I really advise you to go to a local group. You can find them on Coeliac UK, and they actually really help if you're just starting out and you really don't know what you're doing. And it's just nice to talk to other people that are celiac. Maybe you don't know anyone, because my cousins were the only people at first, and we didn't see them too often because they don't live that near us. So it was kind of hard to always like communicate with them because you didn't get to see them face to face too often. So going to that group was really helpful for me. You also get a lot of other things. You've got the website, you've just got so many things and lots of benefits of being on Coeliac UK. And I'm not being promoted to say this at all, but I'm just being serious, like you need to. I'm actually hands down being serious. You need to go on Coeliac UK and get a membership. I don't even think it's that expensive either. You haven't gone out to the supermarkets yet and you haven't like realised like what kind of things are gluten free and you want to cook naturally, then that is a good thing to do. I'm going to leave some on the screen here of kind of the things that you could. So I'm going to just come here. I'm going to leave it here of the kind of things that are natural that you can try and eat. We've got rice, we've got potato, we've got a lot of things that you can eat. The next thing is talking to your dietitian. Now, I did this definitely. I remember doing this. And they will advise you on things. You can ask them questions, obviously, and they can basically just guide you with celiac. And I think for the first year, you see them monthly. I think it's that, because that's what I did. And then once they think you're fine, they'll just let you free. And I'm actually going to be doing a video on going to the dietitian. A girl in a previous video commented down below if I could do that for her, and I said of course. And I was actually going to be going to the dietitian, but we ended up having to cancel it. So we're not sure how long until the next one, but I will be doing a video on that, so don't worry, I still am doing that. You need to talk to your GP about getting a prescription. Hands down, get a prescription. I advise you massively to get a prescription. This is just going to benefit you, especially at the start when you really don't know what you're doing. It's just going to help you to pick out the foods of the kind of things you want. And if you've got, if it's your celiac and you're a child, you'll get it for free anyway, which is so handy. And then when you're 18 over, then you'll have to pay for it. But at least that gives you a boost with the kind of things you'll be allowed. And I think most people that have celiac have got a prescription. I'm very, very certain. All my cousins and my family have it. Because it's just a really good way of finding foods. And sometimes you can't find them in the shop. So this is a very, like... good way. This kind of links back, but talking to other celiacs, definitely. This is literally going to benefit you. Talking to people that have celiac, because they know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. Like, you know, even if they're not that experienced, at least they've had it for longer than you, and they can just advise you on a lot of things, and you can ask them questions. It's kind of like a lot of the things I've just been talking about, but I'd really advise you to talk to other celiacs. If you don't know any, remember, go on and do one of the groups, and they can help you out as well. And another thing is checking out your supermarkets and anywhere that sells gluten-free. And also I advise you to go on Twitter and follow loads of celiac people, and Instagram, because a lot of them advise you on places to go. Also have a look at the blogs. There's a lot of people that do blogs and they're really, really good. So I advise you to just go and have a look on all of them. I like a few. I've got a few that I really, really like, because a girl put on a few weeks ago on Twitter, because on my CoeliacTeenager, if you're not following me, down below, go and follow me. This girl commented, I can't remember what her name is. I think it's, I'm filming on my phone, so I can't check, but I'll leave it here. And this girl said that there's going to be gluten-free dough balls from the 22nd of March, and I was like, what? Now, obviously, this video is going up a lot later, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And if I did not look on Twitter, I would have no idea. So I advise you to go and do that. So they are just a few tips for what you should do after you're diagnosed. If this video was helpful and beneficial, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up to let me know. And I will see you next week.